Hello, guys. Welcome to Boxing Block Center, the home of Nigerian African boxing. And please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click the like and, of course, the subscribe button right now. Well, according to the recent news coming from Mike Coppinger about an hour plus ago. So, according to Mike Coppinger, sources says Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul are both finalizing a December fight in Miami. So here's the story. It says right here, Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul are finalizing a deal that will see the pair compete in a heavyweight fight in December. Sources tell The Ring. Paul was due to fight Gervonta Davis on November 14 at the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida, live on Netflix. But Davis was removed from the bout after domestic violence allegations were made against the lightweight champion. Paul sought a new opponent, and as revealed by The Ring, Ryan Garcia and Terence Crawford were sounded out. Instead, the former two-time unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua looks to have taken Davis' place, with the fight set to be staged in Miami on Netflix. Joshua hasn't been in action since a fifth-round knockout loss at the hands of Daniel Dubois in September 2024. His promoter Eddie Hearn hinted the 36-year-old return before the end of the year, with February 2026 also earmarked for the Olympic gold medalist comeback. Well, let's just leave it there. This is a recent development that Joshua and Jake Paul would be going in. I wouldn't believe this fight is happening until Joshua says something, or until both fighters until Jake Paul walks into the ring, because we all know that Jake Paul, in my opinion, is not reliable. This will be a very good fight, warm-up fight for Joshua, but I'm also skeptical because I don't want Joshua to ruin his career for a guy like Jake Paul, in the sense that Jake Paul also always have these some of the Mike Tyson fight. We heard that Mike Tyson wasn't allowed to knock Jake Paul out. That's why when Mike Tyson could have at least taken Jake Paul out at some point in that fight, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He hesitated to throw a punch. Of course, Mike Tyson is already old and stuff. But I mean, he still has a lot in his tank to beat Jake Paul. However, that didn't happen, and I don't know what rules. What is the rule about this fight? Like, is Joshua allowed to throw a punch? Is Joshua allowed to knock Jake Paul out? Is it going to be on their official record? I doubt it, because Jake Paul wouldn't want it to be so. And I don't see Joshua as someone that plays games. Joshua doesn't play all these freaks and games, all these fake stuff. He doesn't do that. When he went in the ring against Ngannou, he went in there with the mindset of knocking Ngannou out, and he did it ice cold. I don't think he will go into this fight just to play by some rules, you know what I mean? So that is what I'm looking at. If you think about it, I'm looking at that aspect of it as well. And yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see how this plays out. I am definitely rooting for Joshua to get the job done against Jake Paul. I think he will easily. Okay, unless something is on the clause that says Joshua cannot knock Jake Paul out, or Joshua cannot do this, Joshua cannot do that. That would be very unfair. If it's but because what Jake Paul wants, he wants a bragging right over Anthony Joshua. You might think Jake Paul is a guy that would play nice to your face, but he wants to have a bragging right. the bragging right to say, yes, I beat the former two-time heavyweight champion, unified world champion. This is what he wants. But if he steps in the ring with all the rules being legit, well, I would say big ups to him if that is the case. But knowing Jake Paul, I don't know, man. So I don't know. I feel Jake Paul might have some things written in there, to, yeah, he might have some things in there, but you never know. We'll see what happens though. Like the video, share, subscribe, guys. This is the breaking news. And how do you see this fight playing out if it really gets made? We need to hear from Eddie Hearn of Madrid Boxing and, of course, Tim Joshua to really see if this is real or not. Because it's looking kind of crazy. A lot of people would, but okay, is a tunnel like, I don't know, man. It would be like Joshua would have like less than 6 weeks to train for the bout. Like, yeah, I mean, even Joshua that hasn't been back in the ring for a long time can easily beat Jake Paul. But I don't know, man. It's so weird, man. I think we need to see all the data is first before we can conclude on how this fight is going to play out. So we'll see it first. Stay tuned, guys.